Doraso, MP for Saku, the great county of Marsabit. We fully support the BBI process. In this regard, we have resolved as follows. We will mobilize, participate, and encourage all Kenyans to attend rallies already announced. We will ensure the mainstreaming of other stakeholders, including business people, farmers, professionals, youth, religious group, and civil society in this process, and not just politicians or elites. We propose additional rallies to facilitate greater participation, inclusivity, so as to promote wider understanding of the BBI document and its capture of people-centered issues. 4, we urge the BBI task force led by Senator Yusuf Haji Committee to urgently release the schedule of public engagement meetings, preferably in every constituency, to harness the opinions and suggestions of Kenyans in all their localities. 5, funding to the judiciary remains an issue of concern to all progressive Kenyans. Access to justice is greatly hampered by continuous underfunding. Okay. The Chief Justice has spoken publicly about this on numerous occasions. It is our proposal that a minimum of 3.5% of the national revenue be allocated to the judiciary fund. Minority communities feel isolated in the current constitutional dispensation. Yes. As we progress with the BBI discussion, we must scheme a formula to have them feel included in the nation of Kenya. 7, before the creation of political position and additional layers of government, a Mwananchi Economic and Social Fund must be entrenched in the Constitution with 15% of national revenue to be jointly managed by county and national government, and is spread as follows. 1, to deal with challenges of fluctuation in prices facing farmers' produce, including milk, coffee, sugarcane, tea, maize, livestock, pyrethrum, among others. 5% of the national revenue be set aside to finance guaranteed minimum return to all farmers. 2, to support many young graduates leaving tertiary institutions, including TVETs and university, 5% of national revenue be allocated to pay a stipend for a maximum of 5 years while they look for employment. The stipend ceases immediately one is employed. This will be in addition to the Social Protection Fund for the elderly people. 5, to support economic growth and SMEs, which account for 60% of employment, 5% of national revenue be allocated to give interest-free loans to start-up micro and small enterprises, including kiosk, boda, and small-scale traders. We therefore wish to announce the first rally of this team, the BBI, on 8 February 2020 in the great town of Nakuru. Yeah. Yes. To be followed by subsequent rallies organized by leaders and the people in all our 47 counties. We'll be issuing further dates in due course as will be proposed by our leaders. Thank you.
Haya, asante. Kwa majina naitwa Ali Wario, ni mbunge wa Burwa na mwenyekiti ya kamati ya leba. Yangu yatakuwa kwa mukhtasar. kundi ilokutana hapa imekutana kwa minajili ya kutia nguvu mazungumzo yanayoendelea juu ya BBI. Tumekubaliana kwa lengo na maudhui tutafanya mikutano ya BBI katika kaunti zote za Kenya. Tutaanza na Nakuru tarehe 8, lakini mshororo itaendelea katika kaunti zote za Kenya. Kwa nia, mazungumzo yanaendelea sasa ni mazungumzo ya wakubwa na wanasiasa. Tunataka kuigeuza iwe BBI ya mwananchi ya kawaida. Mtajiuliza kutoka tukubali BBI, tumeambiwa ripoti iko wapi? Ripoti ile je imefika kwa mwananchi ya kawaida? Tutakuwa na msukumo ripoti ya BBI ifike kwa mwananchi ya kawaida, isikufe hapa katikati. Yaliguzwa mambo mawili muhimu ambayo sitaki kuyasahau. Moja, 5% ya rasilimali ya taifa itengwe kwa minajili ya wakulima katika nchi ya Kenya. Pili, 5% itengwe. Kuna matatizo kubwa ya wawajiri. Watoto wetu, vijana wetu hawana nafasi za kazi. Ili wajimudu kwa muda fulani, 5% ya rasilimali ya taifa itengwe iwe kama mfano nafasi ya kazi kwa vijana wetu. Kwa uchache, hiyo ndio muktasari kwa Kiswahili. Mahakama. Tulipendekeza 3.5% ya rasilimali ya taifa iende kwa uhuru ya mahakama. Uhuru ya mahakama itatambulika iwapo mahakama itakuwa na rasilimali ya kutosha kuweza kufanya kazi yao. Bila rasilimali, mahakama haitoweza tekeleza wajibu wake. Si haki jaji mkuu kuomba kila asubuhi. Ni haki 3.5% ya rasilimali ya taifa itengewe mahakama waweze kutekeleza kazi yao kwa njia huru.
Five questions.
We are going to take, thank you very much, members of the press. As you can see, today we met in Naivasha. We were 173 members who managed to attend. We had apologies of our colleagues who traveled out of the country and a few others who had functions in their constituencies that were not able to come. The number was 37 of the people who gave their apologies. We also look forward to, in our next meeting, as like-minded leaders, that we are going to be over 250 members of parliament as we together work together to build this country and build bridges of friendship and towards development. So we'll take about 5 questions if need be. If our statement was very clear, then we'll leave it there. Chemutai?
Will you be attending other meetings that have been called for by the other individuals, yes, and also by the BBI task force? And 2, who will be funding the meetings that you will be attending?
Our statement is very clear. There is no parallel BBI rallies. There will be only one BBI rally at any given time. And like we said last week, we were in Mombasa in huge numbers, even if we were not recognized. Some of us were not given the opportunity to be recognized in that meeting, but we were there in large numbers. We shall be in the next meeting that we are told it will be either Kitui or Embu of Meru. And because our contribution to this process is to ensure that it reaches every part of the country, as written in our statement, we are enhancing the number of the rallies for everybody. For everybody, we welcome the president, we welcome the deputy president, we welcome the leader of opposition and the leader of political parties across the country, that is Mudavadi, Wetangula, Gideon Moi, and many other leaders of different political parties. We welcome them to these rallies because we want to build bridges of friendship. We agreed last week that we've ended the discussion of us versus them. So in the Nakuru rally, we are expecting His Excellency the President, if his schedule permits, His Excellency the Deputy President, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, former Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka, Musalia Mudavadi, Wetangula, and all other leaders of party, including Dida and Okuru.